Patagonia is the place where you can see how was the planet before human beings. You can drive for hours and you won't see a person or a car.
There is no place to hide here. There are no trees, there is emptiness. I believe that people will love this or not at all. There is nobody in the middle point. It's for some kind of souls only.
My name is Pablo Garcia Borboroglu, but it is so complicated to pronounce that my nickname is Poppy. So everybody knows me like Poppy. I'm a researcher and a conservationist, and I work on seabirds, but I'm specialized on penguins. I founded and I direct the Global Penguin Society, which is an international organization that protects all the species of penguins in the world.
They're such a silly creature, and I just like how they waddle and land and then are so graceful in the water.
You cannot appreciate them in a zoo nearly as much as you can here in the wild. There may come a time that if we don't do something about this and protect these species, that it won't be there for our children.
A penguin is important in my view because they are excellent indicators of the health of the ocean. Penguins can swim very long distances in the ocean to get food, so they need large-scale conservation. But at the same time, they need protection in the nest because they spend lots of months breeding their chicks. And the key thing is that when we protect penguins, we are protecting the oceans. The oceans are critical for human beings and for the planet. So we help the ocean to be stable and to be healthy and benefit not only wildlife but also people. So now we're going to look for a penguin, and I think we have a good candidate here. We are going to weigh him, so we want to know how well he's doing. 5 kilograms. Fat and happy. And then we're going to band him with a stainless steel band to check if he's coming back to the same nest. Thank you. Bye-bye. How many chicks he's going to have. So it's like a CIA, more or less. So that was it, complete success. My grandmother was the first person that ever told me about something called a penguin. When I was small, 2 or 3 years old, she used to tell me these stories about penguins because she used to go with horses and wagons to the coast to visit the penguins. Then, the first time I visited a penguin colony and I was surrounded by almost 500,000 penguins, I knew that protecting penguins was the mission of my life. In the 80s, in this province, 40,000 penguins died per year, and there were many threats that they were facing because there were reckless people and careless fishermen that were coming here, and the place was full of garbage, and they would come with their pets that were harming the penguins. We needed to close the gate because that was the only way to make the penguins come back. Of course, it was difficult to convince those fishermen to stop doing those activities. They say, "Hi, who are you to forbid me this? I've been coming here for ages with my grandfather." So they would put the glue on the lockers of the gates, they would come with guns, or they would complain legally. So we started to work with the communities and we started to help develop ecotouristic activity here.
The house was built in 1920. The first owner, he bought this house in Europe and put it into a ship and built it here. I'm Silvina GARZONIO. I'm part of the owners of the hotel. I think it's something completely different from other things. When they arrive, they say, "Wow, what is this house doing in the middle of nothing?" It's really nice to share this little part of Patagonia. For us, it's not just a real estate project. It's more. It has a soul, this house.
Today we walked down to the penguins, which were on the pathway that was down to the beach, and it was really fun to watch them in their natural environment.
For me, all El Pedral is special. The house, the hotel is so nice and so quiet and relaxed. And the people come here is so special. I don't know why, but it's not for all the people.
People are living out of this operation. Bus drivers, cook, tour guides, for example. But people that want to enjoy the penguins can come and enjoy the penguins. They generate jobs for local people, and penguins are happy.
I think it's really important to feel a connection with nature and not traveling with a group of tourists.
My name is Jonathan Chalette, and this is Susan Willis, and we're from Seattle, Washington, the United States. We went on a hike, and we started out in what looked like desert, and we headed into a canyon, which was obviously where the water runoff is, which was interesting because it had carved sort of beautiful patterns in the walls.
And then when we walked up and out overlooking the water, you could see the whole coastline here.
The vastness and the expanse, we were the only humans, and we were looking out upon the world.
I really believe sustainable tourism is crucial to sustaining the nature and the beauty and not overdeveloping it.
We are very grateful to Footprints Network and partners like World Nomads for their support, because that contribution is what makes us secure their future. Since we were able to protect the colony grew from 6 to 70 pairs to 190, and now the colony is almost 1,800 pairs. I never thought I was going to witness the start of a new colony. I mean, I thought that was something that would happen once every 1,000 years, really. So to have this opportunity in my lifetime is amazing. We have been able to do things that will stay even after we die, and that is going to benefit all the next generations. So this is something that is making us very proud of what we do.